For years, conservatives and, well, anyone who understands human nature has warned that allowing biological males in women's locker rooms would invariably allow in sexual predators taking advantage of liberal insanity to gain access to potential victims. And for years, insane liberals have dismissed those concerns as paranoia. Well, they can't dismiss them anymore. For months, a 64-year-old man named Rohan De Silva was allowed to use the women's locker room at the Racine Aquatics Center on the campus of Racine Case High School. Sources said he would dress as a woman in a swimsuit that left nothing to the imagination, go for a swim, and then use the women's locker room. In July, he was caught pleasuring himself in the parking lot across the street from the Aquatics Center just after a swim and a visit to the women's room. He was released on signature bond and ordered not to visit places where children might be present, but his perverted desire was apparently too strong, and he returned to the Racine Aquatics Center a few months later. But when concerned patrons told staff about the obvious man in the women's locker room, they were dismissed and told that since there was no formal policy barring men from the women's locker room, there was nothing they could do to keep De Silva out. Only there was. When the Racine County District Attorney's Office caught wind that De Silva had violated the terms of his release, they sent law enforcement officers to the pool and arrested him. And it turns out this wasn't the first pool he had been going to in order to sate his criminal fetishes. In 2024, he was arrested, charged, and convicted of pleasuring himself outside of a water park in McHenry, Illinois. When he was arrested in Wisconsin, he was in sexual offender treatment following his plea deal for the earlier incident in McHenry. It is quite frankly shocking that the Racine Aquatics Center and the Racine Unified School District, which manages it, would put so many people in danger by refusing to act on multiple complaints about De Silva's presence. Even if staff members had no idea about his criminal past, refusing to protect the women and girls who use their locker room is unconscionable. For all intents and purposes, they aided and abetted a serial sexual predator by granting him unquestioned access to a space that should have been off limits to him. This isn't just liberal insanity, it's a prime example of how liberal policies can be downright dangerous. For the McIver Institute, I'm Dan O'Donnell.